Welcome to this exciting video where we explore the top 3 most valuable Washington quarter-dollar coins, classic pieces of American history that have become true treasures for collectors. While most Washington quarters are common, a few rare dates and varieties can be worth an incredible amount of money. Let's get started. First up, the Washington quarter dollar dated 1984 with the P mint mark, shown here in circulated condition. The Washington quarter is one of the longest-running and most recognizable coin designs in United States history. Introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington, this design quickly became a permanent part of U.S. coinage. By 1984, the Washington quarter had already been circulating for more than 50 years, making it a familiar coin to generations of Americans. The 1984 Washington quarter without silver content belongs to the modern copper-nickel-clad era. This particular coin carries the P mint mark, indicating it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. During the 1980s, the Philadelphia Mint produced massive quantities of quarters to meet everyday circulation needs. Quarters were heavily used in daily life, especially for vending machines, parking meters, and public transportation. Because of this heavy use, many 1984 quarters show clear signs of circulation wear. In circulated condition, this coin tells a story of real-world use rather than long-term storage. The obverse features the familiar left-facing portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. In circulated condition, Washington's hair shows noticeable wear, especially above the ear and along the back of the head. The facial features remain recognizable, though smoother than on uncirculated examples. The word "Liberty" along the top is still readable, even if some letters show soft edges. The motto "In God We Trust" appears to the left and remains visible despite circulation wear. The date 1984 is clearly present below Washington's portrait, often one of the stronger elements on circulated coins. Turning to the reverse, the coin displays the heraldic eagle with outstretched wings. In circulated condition, the eagle's feathers show wear on the highest points. The breast and wing tips are usually the first areas to lose sharp detail. Despite this wear, the overall eagle design remains bold and easy to identify. The arrows clutched in the eagle's talons are still visible, though often softened. The olive branch beneath the eagle shows smoothness from repeated handling. The words, "United States of America," curve along the top and remain legible. The denomination, quarter dollar, appears along the bottom and frames the design. The P mint mark is located on the obverse, just to the right of Washington's ponytail. This mint mark confirms the coin's origin at the Philadelphia Mint. The copper-nickel-clad composition gives the coin a silver-like appearance. Over time, circulated quarters often develop a dull gray tone. Some examples may show darker areas or light discoloration from years of use. Circulated condition coins often have small nicks and contact marks. These marks are normal and expected for a coin that spent years in circulation. Collectors often appreciate circulated coins for their honesty and history. Each worn surface reflects countless transactions and everyday moments. The 1984 P Washington quarter is considered a common date. Its value lies more in history and nostalgia than rarity. For beginner collectors, this coin is an excellent learning piece. It helps demonstrate how wear affects coin designs over time. Comparing circulated and uncirculated quarters sharpens grading skills. The quarter size makes wear patterns easy to study and understand. Coins from the 1980s remind us of a time before digital payments became common. Back then, quarters played a major role in daily commerce. Many people remember carrying rolls of quarters for practical use. The Washington quarter design remained unchanged throughout the 1980s. This consistency adds to the coin's familiarity and classic appeal. Even heavily circulated examples maintain strong design balance. The 1984 P quarter fits perfectly into a year-by-year Washington quarter collection. It also represents an era of high mintages and widespread use. Proper storage can still help preserve circulated coins from further damage. Simple coin holders or albums are suitable for coins in this condition. Cleaning circulated coins is generally not recommended, as it can reduce value. Natural wear is part of the coin's character and story. Looking closely at this coin encourages appreciation for everyday history. Not every collectible needs to be rare to be meaningful. Sometimes the most common coins tell the strongest stories. The 1984 Washington quarter is a reminder of how coins connect us to the past. It reflects daily life, routine spending, and changing times. Whether you are new to collecting or simply curious, this coin has value. It represents history you can hold in your hand. Next up, the Washington quarter dollar dated 1993 with a P mint mark, shown here in very fine condition. The Washington quarter has been a staple of U.S. currency since its introduction in 1932, honoring the nation's first president, George Washington. By 1993, this design had been circulating for more than 60 years, making it one of the most recognized coins in everyday life. The 1993 Washington quarter belongs to the modern copper-nickel-clad era, long after silver was removed from circulating quarters. This particular coin carries the P mint mark, confirming it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. During the early 1990s, the Philadelphia Mint produced large numbers of quarters to support daily commerce. Quarters were heavily used for transportation, vending machines, laundromats, and parking meters. Because of this constant use, many 1993 quarters show signs of wear. This example in very fine condition represents a balance between circulation and preserved detail. The obverse of the coin features John Flanagan left-facing portrait of George Washington. In very fine condition, Washington's hair shows moderate wear on the highest points. The curls above the ear remain visible, though softened by circulation. Washington's facial features are still clear, with smooth but recognizable detail. The word "Liberty" along the top of the coin remains fully readable. The motto "In God We Trust" to the left of the portrait is clear and well placed. Below the portrait, the date 1993 stands out with even wear. Turning to the reverse, the coin displays the familiar heraldic eagle design. The eagle's wings are spread wide, a symbol of strength and independence. In very fine condition, the eagle's feathers show wear mainly on the highest areas. The breast and wing tips are slightly smooth, but the overall design remains strong. The arrows in the eagle's talons are still visible, though softened. The olive branch below shows moderate wear, consistent with the grade. The legend, United States of America, curves clearly across the top. The denomination, quarter dollar, remains legible along the bottom. The overall reverse design retains good balance and clarity. The P mint mark appears on the obverse, just to the right of Washington's ponytail. This small detail confirms the coin's Philadelphia origin. The copper-nickel-clad composition gives the coin a bright, silvery appearance. In very fine condition, traces of original luster may remain in protected areas. Light gray toning often develops on circulated quarters from this era. Collectors often enjoy very fine coins because they show honest, even wear. This grade preserves enough detail to appreciate the original artistry. The 1993 P Washington quarter is considered a common date. Its value lies in its condition, history, and place within the series. For beginners, this coin is an excellent example of grading standards. It helps demonstrate what very fine condition looks like on a modern quarter. Comparing it with heavily circulated examples shows the difference wear can make. Coins from the early 1990s represent a time of active cash use. Digital payments were not yet common, making quarters essential. Many people remember using quarters daily during this period. The Washington quarter design remained unchanged throughout 1993. This consistency adds to the timeless feel of the coin. A very fine example like this offers both clarity and character. Proper storage helps prevent additional wear or discoloration. Simple coin holders or albums work well for quarters in this condition. Cleaning the coin is not recommended, as it can reduce collectability. Natural wear tells the coin's story better than artificial shine. Each mark reflects years of circulation and everyday transactions. The 1993 P quarter may not be rare, but it is historically meaningful. It represents daily American life during the early 1990s. For collectors, it fills an important spot in a date and mint mark set. For history lovers, it is a small but real piece of the past. The Washington quarter remains one of the most collected U.S. coins. Coins like this connect ordinary people to national history. They show how art, history, and commerce come together. Whether you are just starting out or expanding a collection, this coin fits well. It offers familiarity, durability, and classic design. The 1993 Washington quarter continues the long story of U.S. coinage. It reminds us that even common coins can be worth understanding. Next up, the Washington quarter dollar dated 1983 with the P mint mark, shown here in dirty condition. The Washington quarter is one of the longest-running coin designs in United States history, instantly recognizable to collectors and non-collectors alike. First introduced in 1932 to honor George Washington, this design continued unchanged for decades, including the year 1983. By the early 1980s, the Washington quarter was deeply embedded in daily American life. The 1983 Washington quarter belongs to the copper-nickel-clad era, long after silver was removed from circulating quarters. This particular coin carries the P mint mark, indicating it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. During 1983, the Philadelphia Mint produced large numbers of quarters to meet heavy circulation demand. Quarters were essential for vending machines, public transportation, parking meters, and everyday purchases. Because of this constant use, many 1,983 quarters spent years moving through circulation. This example in dirty condition clearly reflects long-term use and exposure to the environment. Dirt, grime, and surface discoloration often develop when coins are handled frequently and stored loosely. The obverse of the coin features John Flanagan left-facing portrait of George Washington. In dirty condition, Washington's portrait may appear darker with reduced contrast. The hair details above the ear are often softened by wear and obscured by dirt. Washington's facial features remain recognizable, though muted by surface buildup. The word Liberty along the top edge may appear dull or partially darkened. Despite dirt and wear, the lettering usually remains readable. The motto "In God We Trust" to the left of the portrait is often visible, though less sharp. The date 1983 typically stands out clearly, even on dirty coins. Turning to the reverse, the familiar heraldic eagle dominates the design. In dirty condition, the eagle's feathers may blend together due to wear and grime. The highest points, such as the eagle's breast and wingtips, show the most smoothing. Dark residue often collects in recessed areas of the design. The arrows clutched in the eagle's talons may appear faint but identifiable. The olive branch below often shows heavy smoothing from circulation. The inscription, United States of America, remains readable, though sometimes darkened. The denomination, quarter dollar, may appear less bold due to dirt buildup. The P mint mark is located on the obverse, just to the right of Washington's ponytail. Even in dirty condition, the mint mark is usually still visible. The copper-nickel-clad composition gives the coin a silvery base color. Over time, dirt and oils from handling can dull this shine significantly. Dirty coins often have uneven coloration, ranging from dark gray to brownish tones. Collectors sometimes find dirty coins unattractive at first glance. However, these coins tell an honest story of heavy circulation. Each stain and darkened area reflects years of everyday use. The 1983 P Washington quarter is considered a common date. Its value is generally low in dirty or heavily circulated condition. Despite this, it still holds educational and historical value. Dirty coins are excellent tools for learning about wear patterns. They show how designs fade and details soften over time. Studying coins like this helps collectors understand grading more clearly. Comparing dirty coins to cleaner examples sharpens the collector's eye. The early 1980s were a time when cash was used constantly. Coins like this passed through countless hands. They may have traveled across cities, states, and communities. The Washington quarter design remained unchanged in 1983. This consistency adds to the familiarity of the coin. Even in poor or dirty condition, the design remains recognizable. Some collectors choose to keep dirty coins as found. Cleaning coins is generally discouraged, as it can damage surfaces. Natural dirt and wear are part of the coin's history. For beginners, dirty coins are affordable and easy to obtain. They offer a low-risk way to start learning about U.S. coinage. The 1983 P quarter fits into any date and mint Washington quarter set. It represents the working coins of everyday America. Not every collectible needs to be shiny to be meaningful. Sometimes the most worn coins tell the strongest stories. This coin reflects routine spending, busy streets, and daily life. It reminds us how important small change once was. The Washington quarter connects history to ordinary moments. Even in dirty condition, it remains a piece of the past. It shows how money truly circulates among people. For collectors, It offers realism and authenticity. For history lovers, it captures everyday American experience.